Running very late today, been a bit of a rush. Now, let me just, oh God, let me just get set up. The old laptop's not even logged in yet. So, interesting stuff around Oamaru. I'm going to be able to wander around later on today and get some photos and stuff. Might do a little video, I just don't know yet. See how things go. I also want to go to the Hayes Engineering Museum. That's a place that we really wanted to go to on the bike trip but didn't have time. So obviously we've not edited those up yet, so I could go down and pretend I'm on the bike trip and do some footage. That's TV for you, isn't it? Right, bear with me, we're almost there. Absolutely useless. I had lots to get done this morning. Doesn't seem to matter what time you get up in the morning, there's never enough time. Right, YouTube. Dum. So tell me about your week. How's your week been? Anything odd happened? If you hadn't read the thumbnail, I'm in Oamaru, in the South Island, just south of Timaru and north of Dunedin, or Dunedin as I call it. Don't tell me you've disconnected again. No, you're still going. Okay, we'll let the laptop catch up. I did see a Simon Rawl earlier on, so good morning, Simon. Cheers, coffee time. Connor K, good morning, Connor. Appreciate it. Once we get, oh come on, laptop. Absolutely useless. I know it's not that bad. Let me know what the audio and visuals like at your end, because oh, there we go. Fired up. Doesn't look too bad at this end. You never know with New Zealand. It's there's some pretty dodgy places for internet. There's a lot of places with no signal at all, to be fair. There we go, look. I'm catching up. Just bear with me. Bear with me. I've not had a cigarette yet this morning. Things are not good. Right, comments. Come on, comments. You can do it. Where's my comments? Ah, there's the comments. Right. Scrolling up. Simon Raw, morning Andy and crew. Good morning again, Simon. Roger Heaps, good morning Andy and crew. Good morning Roger, great to have you on board and thanks for your time yesterday. Appreciate it. Connor K, morning Andy and crew. Kill Switch, BB, hello Andy and crew. Crappy weather here in the UK, but hey, that's not new, is it? No, that's one of the reasons why I'm not in England anymore. Not by far, not the main reason, believe me, but yeah. Andy, I suppose you just get used to it, don't you? But hey, why wouldn't you? Here is amazing, absolutely. This is the third day of perfect weather in Oamaru. Now, who's next? AXL 2.0. Hello from South Africa. Well, good morning, South Africa. I've lost my stream on the laptop again. The internet on my other phone is crap at the moment. There's a guy with a radio somewhere. Do you think he's noticed it? Hopefully. I'm parked completely illegally because I wanted to get this view for you. But it's Sunday morning. What the hell? Right. We're going to struggle. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to shut down. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. Oh, there we go. Oh no, we're back up again. Stupid laptop. Honestly, it's having problems at the moment. Now, Mike Bazanski with the poorly ankle. Good morning, Mike. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Honestly, I'm a lot more organised in the workshop. Good morning, Andy and crew, says Mike. Thank you, Mike, and hope you're getting better, mate. Killswitch BB, if you're quick, you can grab some of the scrap metal behind you. Oh no, you can't grab that. There's loads over there. I wonder if they'll miss any. But they've got cameras and people, and there's the old man with the radio. He's going to spot me straight away, isn't he? Now, who's next? But good idea, Killswitch. We should do that one day. But no, not really, because it's a Steampunk HQ. You can't steal from them, can you? And it's wrong. It's their scrap. They can take it and get the money for it. Get the beersies money, they call it, over here. Simon, okay, this side. Okay, this side for the outdoor live stream. Thank you, Simon. Jim K, good morning, Jim. I think, Jim, you've tried to ring me during the week. My apologies. I've been incredibly busy. Unfortunately, but we've got lots done this week, and next week is going to be even busier because I'm trying to cram more in than I originally planned, and it's involving a lot more driving as well, which is not good. Human, right? He's just gone the other way on the laptop. Right, Jim K, audio and video is good. Well, that's excellent news. Thank you again, Jim. John Nuttall, no. Oh, in shouty letters, no. You will never get that train to run in your lifetime, Andy. Probably not, actually. It looks very much like a Mad Max kind of train, doesn't it? Although it could probably do with a few more spiky bits for Mad Max, but it is very cool. I'm going to have a better look later on. I'm going to have to leave Marmite in the car because I don't allow dogs in there. Because I've got the Might of Marm with me as well. Mrs. Mechanic is down on Stewart Island at the moment, rambling. She is still alive with our youngest daughter Eloise. God knows where they've been. Hardly ever had any signal, so they're just in the abyss. But I did get a broken up message yesterday saying that they were all right, so that's good news. And I've got today and tomorrow. I'm picking her up tomorrow night. Get on the ferry. Well, it's not really a ferry. It's like a little boat, little dinghy that they go in from Bluff, where we finished the bike trip, actually, coincidentally. Yeah, she was not impressed at all. Life jackets on, that kind of stuff, you know. Scary. Now then, Axel, or AXL, can I call it Axel? Axel 2.0. It's currently, yes, 9:34 in the evening. I'm sure it is. It's funny times all over the world. We've got Steve down at Steampunk HQ. Hey, Andy and crew. In the pub. Nothing new there, Steve. Scotland next week. I can't do a Scottish accent. Scotland next week. Fly out to Australia for the Quadruple A Expo in Melbourne on the 1st of April. See you on the JLM Australia GTG turbocharger stand. I wish, mate. I know we can fly, but I am not going to Australia at the moment. I'd love to be there and come and see you, mate, and meet up for a pint, but it is not going to happen. New Zealand at the moment, well, you can Google the figures. It's just unprecedented weirdness with the whole coffee cold thing. Very, very mixed reactions from the public. Some are absolutely stay at home, not going anywhere. The roads are pretty quiet, especially down here, even quieter than normal. Other people, we're going to get it anyway. So what? I'd rather get it now than later on. It seems to be that, oh, policeman, you can't see that, the police car went past as well. Nothing to see, officer, carry on. Yeah, so it's actually really weird travelling around because people, the first thing they ask you is where you're from. I just say York, England, and they go, oh, okay, how did you get here? Anyway, right, now, where did we get to? Pete, hi Andy and crew, how was your week? I'm glad to be back. Absolutely, Pete, welcome back, matey. I'm glad to be back on a live stream as well. Axel 2.0, throw the laptop away and get a new one, lol. I have got a new one. I was given a new one, which was nice. I was given it in December. It's now March and it's still in the box. I have not even had time to get it set up. So that's how short a time I am. I was up till probably about 1:45, so 11:45 last night, editing up the video that went live at God knows what time it was this morning. I finally got it to upload. And that, yeah, on the roof tent. So yeah, not a lot of sleep, lots of work to do, trying to cram everything in. And I'm away from home for at least another week. The actual arrival home time is still fluid. I might have to move the ferry. I'd rather not, but I might have to move it. Now then, Kill Switch BB, the train is better parked than my missus can park the car. One of the, oh, there's a policeman coming. I'm going to move the camera a little so you can see the policeman. There, look. Is he going to come and tell me off? Or is he going to get the guy in the wheelchair for speeding? There's a guy, oh, I'm going to move the camera even more. There's a guy in a not a wheelchair, one of the, oh, jeez. There's a train coming as well. It's all happening now, isn't it? Oh my word. Right, this is all on cue. Obviously I planned all of this. I planned the police to be here. Jesus Christ. Morning. Holy moly. There you go. A train. with 2 engines. Such a little train. There's no point in me trying to talk, is there? It's way too noisy. All I can say is that we've got 2 engines on such a small train. Either they're going up a bloody big hill, or the engines are not particularly reliable, or they can't be bothered. Well, no, you can drive a train backwards, can't you? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. It's a police lady. By the looks of it. Oh, and a policeman. There's 2. The Rozzers are surrounding me. Holy moly, what's going down? Now, I don't need to wear a mask because I'm doing a piece to camera. And if you're doing reporting work, you don't have to wear masks as long as you stay away from people. So I've got my excuses. Oh, they're walking. Oh no, she's walking this way. They're both walking this way. What's going on? Might get interviewed. Jeez. Okay, back to the comments. I'm going to bring you around. Group? What kind of group?
Are they live? Oh, you've got
no, I'm. Do you want to come and say hello to the world?
Hey?
This is a live stream. Come and say hello to the world. There you go. Look. This is going on. So what's going on?
It's a cycle.
Oh, a cycle race thing.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, what that is.
Bicycles. So when they grow up.
We just hear most of the little Lions clubs.
Right.
And help station, stewards.
Oh, you're marshals. Like marshals. So you're going to marshal them.
Yeah.
So when they finish, you can say to them, when they all grow up, they can go and buy motorbikes, can't they?
That's right. That's right.
No, listen, you have a great day.
Oh.
Where are they heading from here?
They just, no, full maps not on mine.
Oh. Are they going north or south? Or is it just
they go up round the town. They've got various parts up round there.
Right.
They're wanting to go away up to the, what a pity. It wasn't on mine, but I was reading them up right as far as Waitiki Boys High School.
Tiki Boys, Tiki?
Waitiki.
Oh, Waitiki Boys High School. Right.
That's a fantastic place.
Yeah. Oh, good on them.
Really is.
Well, they've got a gorgeous day for it.
Oh,
best day in the world, isn't it?
Tremendous.
But Oamaru always delivers good days, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got, I was talking to the organiser, Murray Linwood.
Yep.
And he was telling me last night they've got 80 marshals.
80 marshals? How many bikes?
I wouldn't know how many bikes.
Must be more bikes than marshals.
There's a lot come from Invercargill right through the South Island. They come.
Wow, so it's brought quite a few people in.
It has quite
a big draw.
Yes.
And how many years has it been running, do you know, roughly?
No, I'm not quite sure about that. I could say probably 3-4 years anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But 3 years at least. I'm not sure about the other one.
Oh, it's still growing.
If you've got a card there, I can find that out and contact you.
Oh, no, you're okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. I haven't got a card.
No, it is.
I'm not that professional.
I know, no, it's a good spot for it. We're lucky.
Oh, it's a fantastic place.
I was just talking to a guy that's gone in there for a coffee, and his grandparents sort of looked after the Chicago.
Right.
He was walking up through the old park there, and he said, "What a fantastic place! This is lovely, just strolling up through here."
It is. It's very relaxing in Oamaru.
And and I just thought that's just lovely to hear.
Yeah.
Well, because they've got the market on over there today as well.
Oh wow! So lots of people around.
Yes, there'll be a lot more than usual.
Lots of masks to wear then.
Yes.
Very good.
So I better go and see where the rest of my crew
You better crack on. Marshal. Go and do marshally stuff.
I know.
All right. Thank you.
Right.
Right. Some good news. Only got accosted by a marshal. Police people have gone away, which is excellent. Police persons we call them, don't we? Now, where did we get to? Sorry about that, crew. I'm sure you enjoyed the spontaneous live stream there. Right. Oh my word. Here we have the train's better part than my wife. Yes, absolutely. Simon Rawl. Simon, that sounds like a challenge. John shot us. Sheldon Rush. Good morning, Sheldon. I've had the pleasure, and I mean that sincerely, I've had the pleasure of working with Sheldon for the last couple of days. Both Friday, well actually, yeah, Friday, all day Friday, and Saturday morning as well. We had a great time fixing farm bikes and ATVs and all sorts of stuff. It was good. It was really good. Sheldon says, good morning, Andy and crew. Good morning, Sheldon. Axel 2.0. Funny question. Did you see... What the hell? My word, there's some good spelling going on. Did you see the Hyundai Atos Prime? No, I haven't seen that. Sorry. Peter Swatman. Hey, Andy and crew. Good morning, Peter. Welcome to Oamaru and specifically Steampunk HQ, which is world famous, by the way. Cheems Potions. Interesting name. Hi, Andy. How do you take your coffee? Right, we have here. This is from the Z petrol station because it was the only one that I could find. Oh no, it's not actually. This is from the BP, but it's a BP girl. I got the pie from the Z petrol station because BP didn't have any pies ready, which is diabolical, to be honest. But this is a large trim latte with no sugar, and it's actually very nice. Although it is cooling down a bit now because it's not particularly warm in Oamaru, but it's fresh. It's nice. I'm not complaining at all. Bruce Cleaver. Morning, Andy and crew. The train behind you looks like you could put tank tracks on it from this angle. I don't know. Maybe you could. Oh, I was saying that though, the bogies are on the inside of the chassis, so that's not going to work, is it? But no. It's a very interesting way to park a train. I've never seen one parked like that. Although one of the rails is looking decidedly dubious. Just it's got a join. It's sagged a bit, so you couldn't go much further up there, could you? Steve, no worries. I'll pop over to New Zealand. You better do, matey. When things level out. Ireland this week after I return from Oz. Then America for Super Saturday in October, mate. You're living the dream. You really are. Flying around, it's phenomenal. Absolutely. I just get stuck in New Zealand. I don't go anywhere. Axel 2.0, headphone user beware loud horn. Wow. Yes, sorry people, I wasn't ready for that. Sheldon, it just goes around the bay with 2 engines. Okay, it must go around really fast. That's what I would, if I was the train driver, I'd be on, full beans, full noise. Make it a thrill ride, so when you go around the curves, you've got the inner bogies are just slightly lifting you off the track, just get them through. More of a roller coaster ride than a train journey if I was the driver. Thank you, Sheldon. Killswitch BB, run for the hills, Andy, run. Yes, I didn't quite know what was going on. I mean, Mr. Police Car, he is still over there, but I'm pretty sure that he's only here to assist with this bicycle event that's going on, which I had no idea was happening actually. Sheldon might have even mentioned it to me, but I've got so much going on in my head at the moment. It's difficult to remember stuff. Mike Bazanski, she was a solid New Zealand 7. Funny guy. Axel 2.0, bicycle riders be safe. Absolutely. And like I was saying, once they get to realise that we have things called motorcycles here, then I would sincerely hope that a few of them would convert and be able to experience real speed. But anyway, and proper wheelies and stuff. No, I am a fan. I don't mind bicycle riders. I do ride a bicycle myself, and Ben rides them an awful lot and spends his entire life fixing them. But a few more entering the motorcycle world would be a good thing. We could do with a few more bikers around. Now then, Steve, it is it Spanorama next week? Oh my word, never heard of Spanorama. Sounds good. Sheldon, should have done the live stream from up the Cape. No trains or bike race there. Yeah, probably. But I don't know if there's any internet up there either. I did actually have a drive out yesterday to the south of Oamaru. It would have been. Yes, it would have been south, and went to a couple of bays. And we went to one stretch of beach, and there was a seal just on the sand by the grass. He was like 50 meters from the water. I was a bit concerned that he wasn't very well, in all honesty, but he seemed to move around a little bit. Marmite had no idea what this seal was. In actual fact, it was almost sand color. She didn't even notice it was there for a while, and then she absolutely shit herself when she realized what it was. She'd never seen a seal before, so she was very, very inquisitive. She wanted to go make friends, but I wasn't too sure. I think maybe that she might have become seal food, so I kept her well away. And it was a big seal as well. Dave, 123. Just got here. Did Andy crash the train in the background? If they let me drive it, I probably would. Yes. The trains have very long stopping distances, so you've got to plan way ahead, and I'm not very good at doing that. I tend to get carried away with the speed factor. Steve, Simon, Ewan Lawson Motors in Larbert, Falkirk, Scotland next weekend. Falkirk. I think I've been to Falkirk many years ago. Pete, very nice lady. She was very helpful, wasn't she? I hope you could hear what she was saying, because she was a bit away from the camera and she was a bit quiet, so I don't know. Shaman Ruffney is in the spam world. Thank you, Shaman. Machine NZ, morning Andy and crew. Good morning, sir. Hope all is going well. Some good news. I did actually locate a new switch for my lathe for the Boxford. The switch, the reverse and forward switch that I broke, moving the shop blasting cabinet around. I crashed into the lathe, honestly. And that's on order. It should actually be in Auckland now, so in a couple of weeks' time I'll get it picked up and get it fitted. And I managed to find exactly the same one, so I can just copy the wiring, not have to understand what each wire does, which will be good. Now, right, where are we? Just sorry, catching up. Simon, you need a Suzuki to get real speed. You're lucky I'm wearing this shirt today, sir. Right, Bruce Cleaver. Bit of lag. There is a lot of lag, actually. There's a lot of lag going on. I've noticed that recently on live streams. JJ, lots of thumbs up. Morning, Andy and crew. Good morning, JJ. Kane Wickstrom. Welcome to Oamaru. Thank you very much, sir. Right, a bit more coffee. I think we should start the pie. So, here it is. It's all very ad hoc. I'll have to do all the... Well, I've got my pad out so we can score it, just to give you some helpful hints. Right, so this is the pie. It is from the Z petrol station, and it is a gourmet, New York pepperoni, steak and pepperoni steak thing. So, not pepperoni, pepper steak, that's what it is. God, honestly, I'm half asleep. So there you go, look, that's the top. Looks very nice on the top. I like the banding they've put on there, so they know what it is when you go to pay for it. Now, in structure and integrity, it's got a fair few cracks in it, but it feels reasonably solid at the moment. The pastry is quite dry, quite firm at least, and of course it's well cooked. But again, there are a few cracks under the base, but nothing major. That's the superficial cracks, I would say. Right, without further ado, we're going in. Here we go. Okay. So, first thought. Not bad. It's a little bit cool, because obviously Andy waffles and didn't get around to doing the pie review earlier on. Internals, well, don't look too bad. Can't see any big chunks of meat at the moment. It's sort of looking at it for now, again, a bit like one of the pies I've had recently, where it's a lot more like a meaty gravy with lots of little tiny bits of meat in there, which I'm not a fan of. I like to have nice big chunks of meat. Okay. We had a chunk. That's good. You can see a lot better now. There's another big chunk of meat just there. Look, so there's a lot of old trucks and stuff around as well. It's gonna be a good day today. So it's redeemed itself there, but the gravy has got lots of little bits of meat in it as well, which is not too bad. As long as the big chunks of meat continue, we're all good. Now, as regards pastry, it's holding together really well, considering there's probably almost a third of it gone already. It's not a particularly big pie, in all honesty. It's one of the smaller ones that we've reviewed. Okay, so we're halfway. 3 bites, half a pie. That gives you an idea of the size of it. Okay, so taste stroke flavour. It's pretty good. You can definitely taste the pepper element to it. The steak's not bad. and you know, the whole combination works reasonably well. Actually, more than reasonably well. It's not bad at all, to be fair. If it was a bit warmer, I think it would taste a lot better. But that's my fault, not theirs. So taste flavour, I'm going to give it a 7. Now, structure Foley partners. It's a bit early for that one yet, but it is doing very well. It's certainly a single-handed pie. At this point in time, it could definitely be eaten whilst driving, although you will get a bit of shrapnel as regards pastry, you know, in your lap if you were obviously down the driver's seat. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, runnability. Good test now. It has cooled down, so that will benefit it in this test. 45 degrees. We're losing a little bit of pastry, but there's definitely no movement on the contents. So it's actually, you know, you give it a bit of a shake and there's nothing going on. So it's very, very good on runnability, which is excellent again for a pie that you could eat whilst driving. So I'm going to give it a 10 for that. Well, no, I'll give it a 10. I think it was very good actually. Meat quality. It could be a lot better. There's an awful lot of gravy in there. So one more bite and see if we get another chunk of meat. There was a couple of smaller chunks in there. It's not bad. I would give the meat quality, I'm going between 5 and a 6. There's not a lot of big chunks in there. I'll give it a 5. This probably sounds a bit mean. If I could do 5.5, I would, but I can't. It gets too complicated. Filling so the filling to pastry ratio. There is quite a bit of thick pastry around the edges again, like most pies, obviously on that joint area there. This size not too bad, but you have to have a bit. You're always going to get that. But the pastry itself, as nice as that. It's all right. I mean, I would say it's about average. So let's give it a 6 for that one. Then that'll balance out the previous score a little bit. Availability logistics only available from Z petrol stations. There's quite a few of those around. Not quite as many Z petrol stations as BP's, but there's quite a few. So you can't buy them online. You can't buy them in supermarkets. However, they're always hot when you pick them up, so you can eat them straight away. So that's a bonus. 6, 5, 5. You've got to go to a Z petrol station to get them, and sometimes that's quite a reasonable distance, depending on where you are in the country. That was a burp, so bear that in mind. Pastry, I've done the pastry. It's not bad. I'm going to give it an 8 for the pastry. The pastry is pretty good. There's no sogginess, and it does have a nice flavour, and there's no weird aftertaste on it. Still tasty when cold. We're going to find out pretty soon because it's getting cold. Packaging design, well, it really was just the standard Kiwi paper bag, so it gets a 1 for that. They chose a paper bag. Oh, hang on. I put the score in the wrong place. What a numpty. Recyclable score. Well, it's a paper bag, but it doesn't tell us it's paper. It's recyclable, so they only get a 9 out of 10 for that one. If they had the little recyclable stamp on it to reassure us that it is just paper and nothing else, then they've got the full 10. Pie server attractiveness. It was a female that was at the petrol station. She was quite old, but she almost had like rainbow coloured hair, rainbow coloured short hair. I would put her well into her 60s, but she was putting on a good effort, and she was very happy and smiley. And when I walked through the door, there was a loud beep beep to remind the staff that there's somebody coming to the shop, and then she went beep beep, which I thought was a bit weird, but anyway, so maybe she's a little bit mad as well. I'm going to be really, really nice. I'm going to give her a 6 because she's made some serious effort to get to work this morning, because obviously old people like to lie in sometimes on a Sunday, don't they? Okay, right, let's carry on. Another bite before it gets too cold. Well, I can score the structure fully partners now because it's actually doing really well. We've not had any major problems. I mean, we've got quite a big bit in the middle I've bitten around, and again, still nothing. It's all very stable. It's good. So I think it should get a pretty high score on that. The only downside is the flaky pastry, so I'm going to give it a 9. I think it's done very, very well. Excellent pie whilst driving. Now, stuffability score. Let's do that one. So I need to eat my pie. Talking about eating to camera and oral stuff to camera, I was doing a Teams meeting the other day with all the staff at work, the whole lot, everybody was there. And on my laptop, which has the camera, I could see there was a lot of streaks from the fluorescent tubes behind me, wherever I was. I was in Sheldon's workshop, actually. So I thought, I'll just clean the camera. So I totally forgot I was on camera. I leant forward, you know, really, I won't do it because it's probably quite frightening. Leant forward, got really close to the camera, and then went onto the lens, grabbed a rag and cleaned the lens. And our general manager went, that was quite frightening, Andy. If you would mind not doing that next time and turn your camera off, please. I was like, what? Oh no, the camera's on. So yeah, it was funny for some people, probably quite scary for others. Anyway. It's getting cold. Is it still tasty? It's all right. I always think that steak and cheese pies are better when they're cold than anything else. But is it a pie that if you had to abort the eating of the pie and put it in your glove box, is it a pie that you could eat later on in the day cold? I think it is. I also think it'd be extremely stable as a pie when it's cold. I think the contents will congeal. But would it still be tasty? Yes, I would probably go for, I'm gonna give it a 6. Still tasty. No, I might give it a 7 actually. I'm gonna give it a 7. Still tasty when cold. Where the hell's that one? There we are. I looked 7. Give it a 7 for that. I think 7's a fair score actually. Post pie heartburn. Nothing too bad at the moment. A couple of burps so far. So I'm gonna give it an 8 for now. I might change my mind and reduce that score while I'm driving later on, but we'll see. Okay, so the last score to give it, the stuffability score. Bearing in mind it was quite a small pie at the start, I had no hesitation in eating all of it. It tasted quite nice when it was. Am I stuffed? I'm not bad. Do I want another one? No. Do I want anything else to eat? No, not really. So that's good enough to me. I'm going to give it an 8. I think for a small pie, it did very, very well actually. All parts of that pie were tasty. Oh, another human. Right. Now I know my mum watches these live streams, so morning mum. Mum rang me late last. Well, it was about 9:15 last night, and I was trying to get the roof tent video editing finished. I'd tried on a number of occasions earlier in the week to get it done, and I just ran out of energy. I was just too tired to carry on, and you've got to be reasonably awake to edit a video. I have actually fallen asleep editing videos before, and Marmite wouldn't settle, and she rang me up, and I'm looking at the phone and I see it ringing and I go, oh, do I answer it? And I went, no, it's Mum. I'm going to answer the phone. It could be something really important, and it's me mum, to be fair, and it's nice to hear from her. And we got talking about some admin work stuff that's going on in the background, lawyers, solicitors, that kind of thing, and I wasn't in the right frame of mind for it. It just wound me up, and I was trying to focus on the editing, get that done. I was trying to settle Marmite, and I was tired, and I was also hungry. I'd had nothing to eat for quite some time, and in Oamaru, as Sheldon will well know, Oamaru goes to sleep at about 9 o'clock in the evening. And the selection of food available anytime after 9 o'clock is extremely limited, and I wanted to get out there and be able to get some food before the last of the places closed. So I was a bit snappy with Mum, and I do sincerely apologise, Mum. I am sorry for that. I can't say what happened again because you know me better than I do. But yeah, I am very sorry, and yeah, apologies. Anyway, right, so the pie review is done. Let me just tally up the score. I wanted to get that off my chest because it's bugging me. Right, so we've got, oh geez, 16, 26, 31, 37, 42, 50, 57, 58, 67, 67, 75, 83, 89. 89. It's not too bad a score, to be fair, is it? 89. So we'll put a line under there, right? 89. Right, so I'll transpose that onto our little scoreboard in the workshop when I finally get back home again and remember to do it, which could be a few weeks' time, but it's done. So good job. Another pie review is done, which is great. Very happy with that. And it was quite tasty. It wasn't one of those pies you go, man, I wish I hadn't bought this. You know, it was actually all right. Definitely wasn't as good as a you know, as a BP pie. Sorry, Zed, but it wasn't. God, there's crumbs everywhere. Right, so let me just zoom back a little bit and find some comments what we haven't done yet. Right, Kane said earlier on, welcome to Oamaru. He's now saying, ensure you put a $2 coin in for the train. I might have one in the car somewhere. I'll have a rake around. Is there like a donation box on the train? On this train or on the red train? Which one is it? I don't know. Tell me. Is it for Steampunk HQ or is it for the red train that goes around the bays? Jim K, how's the missus? Well, she's still alive, Jim. More humans. I don't really know. She sent me got some more information. Come back and stand a bit closer and try and speak up a little bit because
this has been going 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, and
wow.
It's actually triathlon, and
it's a triathlon.
Quite a lot of the cyclists are competing to get their points up so they can go to the Olympic Games.
To the Olympic Games. Wow, that is very cool. I didn't realise it was that high level. I thought it was just more of a fun thing, but it's actually. Jeez, no wonder there's so many marshals. Got to make sure they don't cheat. You know.
That's right.
I was on
it's the Wairika Valley Lions Club that are organising this parcel.
Yeah.
And they've got lots of sponsorship from around town, which is important.
When I was on a school run, I was a kid. I was at a private school.
Right.
And we got sent out in the rain. We used to do rugby and stuff. We were hard Yorkshire kids. Yeah. And we had to go on this cross-country run. It's funny. It is funny. So bear with me, right? On this cross-country run, and I set off, and I'm not a runner. I was never built to run. I was built to be number 8 in the rugby team, and to knock people down. I was not built to go and run, 10, 15 kilometres. It just wasn't me. Right. And I was always at the back of the group, and it was always more of a fast walk than a run. Yeah. And the rest of the group were way ahead, and this farmer went past in his Land Rover. We'd got back on the tarmac road, and he turns to his Land Rover. So me and my mate, we thumbed a lift. So we zoomed past the whole pack, and we got him to drop us off just before the school gates. Right. So we got the best time. And of course, the PE teacher's going on his little clipboard. He's like, how the hell did you get here so quick? Because I'm always the last guy, Anyway, we did actually get told off. We got dragged into the headmaster's study for thumbing a lift, because we could have been abducted or whatever. But we knew the farmer. I said, well, the guy's got the farm next door, It's not, That's right. It's not like we don't know him, but no, they took umbrage to that. They weren't very impressed. But I thought it was quite, it was raining. And we're getting wet, and I'm not a fan of running, so let's thumb a lift.
I think it's good. That's all good for us anyway.
It is. It's very good, actually. Yeah. And this will bring a bit of revenue for the village, for the town as well, won't it?
It will do.
Yeah.
Yes, it will do. Yes. And but no, the Wairika Valley Lions do a fantastic job with things that are on. I'm actually with the Oamaru North Zaga Ladies Lions.
Right. It takes a lot of organising to this kind of stuff, doesn't
it? They do.
Yeah.
It does. It's meant to start 9:30 and finish about 11:30.
So it's about a 2-hour event then.
Yeah. They actually assemble down over there.
Well, I'm going to hopefully sign off at 9:30ish, so I'll be out of the way then.
Oh right. So, no, well, it won't worry because I think we need to put that up because Yeah.
Right, so it's just affecting that road there then.
Yes, yes,
Cool.
yes.
As long as I can still get out.
Yeah, they go right up to the end of Humber Street. And
Yep.
they keep going up round there, turn around and come back, and a certain number of times they've got to do that.
Right,
That's what it is.
right.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to cheat, they could just turn around a bit early.
Good.
That's what I'd be doing. Right. Right, crew, where did we get to? Jim K, how's the missus? Well, I got a garbled text message yesterday that came through. So they're obviously still alive, but I've not heard since. And the vast majority of the area that they've been in hasn't had any kind of cell coverage whatsoever. So they really have been on their own. I hope the bears didn't get them. Or the wolves. Or all the snakes. Or, you know, all the other dangerous velociraptors maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Jim K, New York, that's funny. It wasn't bad. It's travelled a long way. It's travelled well. Kane Wickstrom, also just around the corner from you, opening at 9 AM, Harbour Street Bakery. Well, they opened too late. I'd have had a pie from Harbour Street Bakery if A, I'd known about them, and B, they'd opened at about 8 o'clock, would have been good. Simon, Kane Wickstrom, free pie for Andy. Yes, I should do that. I did tell the lady in the Z that it was going to be, it was going to get an appraisal done on a live stream, and the whole world would get to know how good their pies are. So she says, "Oh, well, fingers crossed. We did a good job." And it wasn't bad, was it? It wasn't bad at all. Certainly nothing to be ashamed of. It was a reasonably good pie. Matterwicks. I often have a pie for breakfast. To be perfectly honest, there's very rarely a day that I don't have a pie for breakfast these days. It just does the job. It's just easy and simple. Pie and a coffee, job done, away you go. Matterwick, steak and pepper is my favourite. Steak and pepper's I try and push myself towards steak and peppers more because there's no cheese in them, which is obviously better for you. But I do like the steak and cheese, I must admit. Pete, hey, smash the like button. Thanks, Pete. Smash the like, people. Kane Wickstrom again. Let me scroll down a bit. Oh my word, there's loads. That will be fine. Tina. Okay. Simon, your work team know how a pie felt just before the first bite, lol. Yeah, it was quite embarrassing when you got the general manager telling you off for basically showing the entire team down your own throat on camera, which was a bit weird, but anyway. It wasn't planned. I thought I'd turn my camera off. Roger Heaps, cyclists remind me that a cyclist tried to ride between the truck and trailer of my mate's log truck at 5:30 AM on a roundabout. Well, that would not end very well at all, would it? Very lucky he's seen something in the mirror and stopped. Wow. It reminds me of a cyclist in Auckland. The truck and trailer unit was turning left, and the cyclist tried to sneak down the inside of the truck, and the trailer got him. It was very sad, actually. It was on the news. There was no cyclist left. It was just roadkill. Literally, it was mush. If you're a cyclist, stay away from the big trucks. They're not forgiving at all, and the drivers, they do a great job, but they can't see everything. That guy was really lucky that he saw him. Really, really lucky, actually, especially that time in the morning. Mike Adams, howdy Andy and crew. Sorry I'm late, trying to sell some of my woodwork. I wear many hats at home. You know how that goes. Yes, many hats. They're way off camera. They're going all the way up at the moment. Oh, another burp. That's not so good. Matterwicks. Was the pie $8 with current inflation? No, it was, I think, about $5.40, which is sort of the average going rate for most pies. Inflation doesn't seem to have hit the pie world just yet. Although inflation here in New Zealand at the moment is said to be 6%, but that's obviously based on figures a few months ago when they were doing the calculations to look back. It's forecast to go up quite considerably more than that. And also, something else that's quite worrying as well. In the last year, obviously a lot of people have been stuck at home, they haven't done the holidays, they've been saving up quite a lot of money, and they've been buying a lot of toys, motorcycles, ATVs, cars, you name it, boats, all sorts of stuff. I'm sure it's the same in the UK. They've just been buying loads of stuff. Sales have been actually, if you've got stock, you're going to sell it, and a lot of places now are running out of stock. And now the banks are the finance companies are really tightening up on lending money. because of the implications further down the line with the higher inflation and, you know, potential redundancies, that kind of stuff. So it's getting a lot harder to sell stuff to get the finance through, if they need finance, which most people do put on finance. Hang on, bear with me. Right, Kane Wickstrom, HQ train in box at the front of the train. Oh, cool. Okay, that's a $2 coin thing at the front of the train just behind me. Right, I'll do that. I will do that definitely. I'm sure I've got a $2 coin somewhere. If not, I'll get one. I'll get some change. It comes alive. Really? I could film that. Manic Mechanic, West Yorkshire. North Yorkshire, actually. Manic Mechanic, e.g. your school. Oh, my school? Well, interestingly enough, and we have got a few more minutes, interestingly enough, started off school at a little place called Clifton Prep in York. And I was lucky to stay there for the full duration, you know, all the years that you would do at that particular school, because near the end, and there must be a streak in me of rebelness. I must be a rebel because should I say this on live stream? Mum knows exactly what I'm going to say now. Well, I tried to blow up the school. I did. Something had upset me. I was really grumpy about something. I don't know why. Whether one of the teachers upset me or what, I don't know. And there was a gas main. Where the gas comes into the building, there was a meter down in the cellar. And so for the previous couple of days before the event, the Guy Fawkes event, Rachel, was it Isabel Innes? Or Isabel Rachel Innes? I can't remember. I'm sure her first name was Isabel. Her father had a farm and he had a shotgun and he had shotgun cartridges. So she brought some shotgun cartridges to school. So I took some hammers and screwdrivers because, you know, Dad had tools. And we were in the playground, but round the back where not many teachers used to go. It was like almost like a big sort of dirt pit thing where you could dig holes and play with your cars and stuff, as kids do. And we spent 2 or 3 morning breaks hammering open, I know it sounds horrendous, hammering open these shotgun cartridges. And we had a packet of, it was a Monster Munch, beef and onion, one of the yellow ones I think it was, an empty crisp packet that we then got rid of all the balls and we poured what we thought was gunpowder into the crisp packet, and it was slowly filling up. And when we thought we had enough, we tied it off with a bit of string, and then the plan was to go and put it under the gas main and light the bit of string. But of course, not forward thinking enough, I'd forgotten to take a box of matches with me to school. So I asked somebody, hey, have you got a box of matches? Have you got any matches? And of course, this child that I asked decided that was a really bad thing for another pupil to ask for and ran to tell a teacher. And they let the cat out of the bag. And before I knew it, I was dragged into the headmistress's study. And, well, I was actually expelled. And then Dad went down, did his talky bit, so I just got suspended and I got taken back about a week later. But I got caught, and I'm pleased I did get caught because it could have been quite bad. Whether it would have blown the gas main up or not, highly unlikely, but still, not a good thing. And some of my old school colleagues that I used to bump into when I was in England, I was still known for that. My reputation sort of preceded me, didn't it? There you go. Bit of Andy for you, bit of Andy history. Bad, isn't it? Bad, really bad. Who would do that? Should lock me up for life. Simon, don't start with inflation. Fuel has gone through the roof in the UK. Fuel actually is going up tremendously. I think fuel's probably the one that's affected the most on a daily basis. Fuel prices are horrendous. Luckily, I have a fuel card, so it just doesn't bother me at all. But it's just a number on a receipt. But for people having to pay for it, that could be another reason why there's less cars on the road. People are planning their journeys and not spending as much money on fuel. Or should I say, trying not to spend more money on fuel. That's what I meant to say. Matowix, do you know anyone with COVID, or have you had it yet? No, I haven't. Well, not to my knowledge, I haven't had it. I mean, I feel fine. I've not had a cold or anything. There's a lady that works over in Australia that I correspond with on a regular basis for the warranty work that I do. And I only found out on Friday that she's got COVID. But I had no idea. And obviously her work colleagues in Australia know, but I hadn't been told. So when I asked to take a look at a lot of warranty claims for me, she came back and said, I've got COVID. I'm not feeling very well. Holy crap. Sorry, I wouldn't have asked if I'd known. Yes, there's people here now that I know, work colleagues that I know have had or still got COVID. So the net is tightening around New Zealand. There's a lot more cases, a hell of a lot more cases now. Well over 100,000 cases, I think it is now, 140,000 cases. It's massive. It really is massive. But it's too late to worry about it. You know, it's gonna spread through the country like a wave. We're all gonna get it, and we're just gonna make the best of it. I think, you know, you still wander around with your mask on and take one of those rat tests every now and again, but in reality, it's just gonna happen, isn't it? You know, life has to continue. We've got stuff to do. You know, we can't keep not doing what we need to do because it's affecting everything, basically. Supplies here in New Zealand are horrific. One of the major freight companies here, NZ Couriers, they're one of the biggest ones. They had quite a big outbreak of COVID up in Auckland, and they lost half of their staff, had to self-isolate. 50%, that was hundreds of staff. And of course, instantly, what was supposed to be next day deliveries got pushed back by at least a week, if not to 10 days. Delivery down here in the South Island, I can smell gas. If I explode, I've given you a forewarning why. There's a Ream 26 instant water heater just up on the wall. It's alright, I can't smell it anymore, but geez, that's not good. So yeah, deliveries now are horrendous, absolutely horrendous, and lots of companies in Auckland have been heavily affected by it, and it's just, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just the way it is, and there's a lot of companies now right on the cusp of not being able to operate at all because of it. But it'll pass, we'll get through it, and then we'll get back to normal eventually. Oh, pardon me. Mike Adams. I have to avoid any pies for now, working on losing weight before it kills me. Jeez. I'm 6 foot tall. I was 154 kgs, now down to 120. So you're probably about the same weight as I am, and I'm only 5'10". I think the last time I weighed myself, I was about 118 kgs, which is quite a lot, and it's, believe me, it's not muscle. It used to be, it's not anymore. Simon Matowicks, had it. Felt bad for a day and spent the rest of the 10 days working in my shed. Absolutely, that's the best way. From the feedback that I'm getting, it affects each of us differently. Some of us, it's just a mild cold. Others, it knocks us for six for a few days. Others, we find ourselves in hospital. And that because of that, it's creating a lot of hearsay, you know. I'm not going to go into it, but that's my sort of taking on the whole thing. You roll the dice. You might just get a cold. You might be very seriously affected by it. Obviously, I've been vaccinated. I have to be for my job. And, you know, fingers crossed, when I get it, I won't be too bad. I hope not. John Nuttall. Simply Diagnostics. Sorry, Steve. Done nothing with the car as I fell down some Yorkstone stairs. So not moved for a week. We'll try your fixes as soon as I can drive / move. Wow. Jeez, mate. Yorkstone steps. They hurt. They're not very forgiving at all, are they? Bruce Cleaver, can we start a GoFundMe for you to do Parliament in the UK and House of Lords? I take it that's the Chris Packet thing. No, I've never revisited that pyrotechnics kind of streak that I had at the time. It was a one-off, and I don't do anything like that, so you'll have to find somebody else. God, if I'm not careful, YouTube will ban me for terrorism. Geez, that was, yeah, we're very careful what I say on this live stream. Manic Mechanic, we have all done things like that, lol. Yeah, probably. Possibly. I just thought it was pretty bad. Actually, I still live in shame for it. Matowix, do you smoke a pack a day? No. Start using vaping, it's cheaper. I'm not going to go anywhere near the vaping stuff. I've heard some pretty bad rumours about that. When I'm on my own and Mrs. Mechanic isn't around, or I'm not at the pub, well, I go to the pub quite a bit, but normally on a non-pub day on my own, I might only have 3 or 4 cigarettes. Normally, so I'm not too bad. I'm okay with that. Would I ever smoke a pack a day? I don't think I've ever smoked a pack a day, to be honest. I really don't. And if I did, the following morning, well, you know, your voice is horrific. You're real croaky. You don't actually feel that good either, to be honest. I don't anyway. Matowix, I noticed I haven't seen the postie so often. Yeah, yeah. Again, post here is just as equally as bad as the courier companies. And there's a huge shortage of truck drivers because a lot of them are self-isolating at the moment. Matowix, you're gonna get acid stuck from that pie. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't feel too bad at the moment, but maybe once I start moving around. Pete, Andy, don't blow up the building, lol. No, I can't smell any more gas. It must have just been a misfire. Bruce Cleaver, my cousin tried making plastique. Oh dear. Following the recipe on Terminator. Then tried lighting it on his doorstep. What a donkey. One of the talking of things blowing up, one of a good friend of mine, I sincerely hope he still is, I haven't been in contact for many years, a chap called Bill. I won't give out his surname, but he had a antiques restoration business in the local town. Really nice guy, used to be in the army, and but he did like his alcohol, did old Bill. He would get absolutely sozzled over a weekend, and I think it was bonfire night or something, and he had a lot of bangers left over, so he decided for some unknown reason to put them down the toilet. He blew his toilet to pieces at home. I don't know what was going on, whether he'd lit them as a laugh in the house and then realised that they were too big to let them go off in the house and try and flush them away, but they actually blew up just as they went under the, you know, under the tube, the bend in the toilet, and it blew the toilet to pieces. He showed me some pictures and it was absolutely horrendous. So, yeah, yes, other people do that kind of stuff as well. It's funny as funny can be. Right. Roger Heaps, got on the scales yesterday, 97 kilo. Seriously, Roger, you're a big guy. You're tall. And 90, I thought you'd be heavier than that. I feel terrible now. 97 kgs, haven't been under 100 in a long time. The last time I was under 100 when I was running, we've got a very slow car behind me. Oh, it's going backwards. That's because it's a one-way street and they're going the wrong way. That'll be why they're turning round. Very good. Yeah, I think I got down to 98 when I was running. I did lose quite a lot of weight, but I destroyed my left knee and my right hip in the process, so I don't run anymore. Yeah, they both have now recovered, but I think the problem would come back pretty quick if I started running again, and there's better things to do than running, to be honest. Running's very dangerous, it can kill you, so I'm told. So good job, Roger. Well done, matey. Matowix, I bet Shane Warne died from the vax or virus, heart-related problems. I don't know, maybe. Simon, speaking of bangs, the 3-phase fuse board got rainwater. Oh Jesus, got rainwater in it yesterday. Made one hell of a bang. I bet it did. I remember working. Oh, I can see a policeman. Working at a Firestone shop many years ago here in New Zealand, and I was using the hoist at the time, and I think it was raining outside. It might have been raining. Can't really remember. But anyway, this young lad in a BMW 3 Series or something it was, had decided to pull out of the car park, not ours, I think it was next door's, and do a burnout as he pulled out, you know, just light up the rear wheels and have some fun. Well, he lost control and drove straight into one of those big transformers at the side of the road. There was a hell of a bang, and even the hoist made some weird noises, and of course the car was still up in the air, and I couldn't. All the power went out, and I couldn't get the car down. We could have done the manual thing, but I couldn't be bothered with that. So it stayed. It was about 4 o'clock, so it was like, and it wasn't going to be finished that day anyway. I thought, no worries, we'll just go home, finish it off in the morning. But yeah, some really weird sort of electrical hummy kind of noises came through on that hoist. Most bizarre. 3 phases. Evil stuff, to be fair. Pete, vape is bad for your lungs. Moist vapor is bad for the lungs. There you go. Keep away from the vaping. Thanks, Pete. Roger. Ooh, Mrs. might be getting rained on. Can feel it coming up this way now. Oh, she's going to be a drowned rat when I pick her up tomorrow. Morning. Oh, a very nice steampunky looking lady over there. I might have to hang around a bit longer. Now, Matowix, did he get waterproof fireworks? I don't know what he got, but it definitely blew the crap out of his toilet. Literally blew the crap out of his toilet. It was hilarious. So he had to redo the bathroom. It made such a mess. It was just porcelain on it. It just grenaded. It was most bizarre. It was. It must have thrown them in just at the right time. If there'd been a bit more of the fuse exposed, yeah, they must have been just about to go off. Perfect timing, perfect storm, which is what we're going through here in New Zealand at the moment as well. Right, so what's the plan for today? Well, I want to go down to a place called, I think it's called Hayes Engineering, very famous engineering works, one of the first ones. It started up in Ida Valley, which is where the Brass Monkey was held when I went there. I think it was about February time last year, I can't remember now. And they became a very big engineering company for New Zealand, made loads of stuff. One of the things that they're really famous for is little windmills that power pumps and generators and stuff, amongst other stuff. So I want to investigate a bit more about the things that they've done. And there is a Hayes Engineering Museum. I've got it on my phone somewhere, so I've got to go and find that. It's a bit of a trek from here, and I'll be in Dunedin for tonight, and then tomorrow I've got to get down to Invercargill, because I've got to go and pick up Mrs. Mechanic and Eloise from Bluff, from the ferry late afternoon. The trailer's still in Invercargill. It's at the motorbike shop down there, being looked after, and I have picked up the infamous and legendary DR200 Farm Special. It's on the trailer. It's coming home. I want to get it back. I want to start fixing it up, put a new back tire on it, and get it ready, maybe, for another trip, because it did ever so well on the first trip, and I've sort of been bitten by the bug. I do like the exploration of New Zealand and all those mountain trails and stuff. Now I do know that I've got all the rushes still to edit up. I've still got the series to go out, so nothing's going to happen too soon. I want to get that series, under my belt, so to speak, and on the channel before I start the next trip. So it's going to be a few months, but it'd be nice to have the bike back. And also, on the you'll see it on the. I'll give you a heads up because you guys are so loyal. On the first bit of filming where I leave Cape Reinga on the bike, as the complete dumbass that I am, I forgot to turn on the GoPro for the first tarmac section. So there's only the filming from the ute, the dash cam and the pieces to camera. Not the end of the world, but also as I'm going down the beach, we couldn't record the audio through the CB radio to the ute. So the ute would be recording the audio of the conversation on the CB, because the ute was too far away. So I tried to jerry rig something up on the beach to record my audio as I was doing voiceover whilst I was riding, and it was just nothing but wind noise. So I'm going to have to replicate that and do a voiceover and embed it into the video. You'll still get the bike noise and stuff, but then I'll just do the voiceover and lay it over the top. So I want to do it through the CB radio, through the helmets. I'll be wearing the helmet, sat in my office, wearing the helmet, and I'll have the handheld somewhere else in the house, or maybe even outside, we'll see, and it'll be recording the audio. So I can at least talk to you about the things I was talking to you about whilst riding down 90 Mile Beach. After that, it's not too bad, but that first probably the first 10-15 minutes of the first episode I'll have to do the voiceover bit. So I couldn't do that without having the helmet, and I'd left the helmet with the bike. So I now have it. So that's that problem solved. Where do we get to? Bruce Cleaver smuggled some bangers back from France when at school. Center of a fresh cowpat and leg it. Found out bird scarers have waterproof fuses. Very cool. Matwix, our new DR200S has been imported again. I don't know. I went. There is a Suzuki dealership here in Oamaru, so I had a wander across the road. It's not far from where I'm staying, and there were no DR200s to be seen anywhere in the showroom. So I'm going to have a little sneaky peek when I'm for the next week when I'm out and about. Any Suzuki dealerships that I pass, I'll have a little look to see if they've got any stock. But I think they must have run out at the moment. Which isn't a bad thing for other brands, obviously. But yeah. So what else am I doing? So that's today. Hopefully I'll do a bit of filming at the Hayes Engineering Museum if they'll let me do it. I haven't asked them yet. Down to Invercargill, pick up the girls, and then basically all week. Oh, then I've got to get back up. I think I've got to drive from Bluff to Timaru that night. No, that's wrong. That's incorrect because my plans have changed. I'm getting blocked in now. I've got to drive to Cromwell. No, that's wrong again. I've got to drive to Queenstown, drop Ellie off. I'm staying in Queenstown that night, which I haven't organised yet. Shit. No, maybe I have. Yes, I have. Accommodation's already good for Monday night. That's all right. That hasn't changed my plan. But then on Tuesday, I've got to go to Cromwell, probably for most of the day, to do some more training. But I shouldn't be in Cromwell, I should be in Timaru. So I've got to rejig my whole schedule for the second week of the trip. So maybe I'll have to do that maybe tomorrow when I get to Invercargill. I'll have to work that one out. I'll maybe have an hour sat down working it all out. I know that I'm going to run out of time. I know that I'm not going to get all the motorcycle shops visited if I get on the ferry as scheduled. And I don't really want to be down here bleeding into the following week. I want to get home. So we'll see how things pan out. Simon, when you're with your trip, I've sent you a copy of Mondo Enduro, one of the first adventure motorcycle DVDs before Charlie Borman made anything. Very cool. Thank you, Simon. I'll look forward to that. Machine NZ, Andy, can you pan the camera? There seems to be a bit going on. I certainly can, because we've got the very nice looking young lady. There she is, look. Steampunk special. Right. Hopefully in fact, I know Mrs. Mechanic's not watching this because she hasn't got any signal. Although I could be wrong. Maybe I'm going to be in big trouble when I see her on Monday night. We'll see. I think they're getting ready for the bike to go past. Maybe I can turn it around that way. There you go. They're going to be going over the railway line. Hopefully there'll be no trains. They have put some tape across, but that isn't going to stop a train, is it, to be fair? There's a lot of pigeons, flying rats around here. Now, where do we get to? John Nuttall, how's your son doing? Ben is doing just fine. He's up in Auckland. I don't think he's caught anything yet. We'll have to wait and see. I do ring him every couple of days to see if he's all right. I think he's okay at the moment. I'm sure he'd give us a call if something happened. He'd have to, self-isolate. What was that? That was a beach buggy going up through Oamaru. Very nice. Sorry, I couldn't get that on camera. It was way too far away. Now, what else have we got? Sorry, I'm trying to work well away from the laptop now. Machine NZ, buy Mrs. Mechanic a steampunk outfit. She'd like that. She really would. I'd have to bring her down though, and then she could try it on. Otherwise, I'll get the wrong size, maybe. I'm not very good at sizing. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm very good at sizing up the Tool Girls, but not very good at sizing up Mrs. Mechanic. I always seem to get it wrong with her. I don't know why. But anyway, so that's sort of my week. The rest of the week after Tuesday is in flux. I'm pretty confident my accommodation Tuesday night is going to be probably Ashburton or somewhere, which is a long way from Cromwell. So I don't know how things are going to pan out, to be honest. I reckon there's going to be quite a lot of nighttime driving to try and get caught up and to get back onto schedule. So we'll have to wait and see. I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know next Sunday. I have no idea where I'll be. Oh, next Sunday? So I should be staying in Wellington, well, Lower Hutt, on Saturday night. So the live stream will be from Lower Hutt on the Sunday morning. It's not a particularly nice place, to be honest. Don't get too excited. It's not like Oamaru. It really isn't. But I'll be there and I'll do the live stream for sure. Okay, should we have a little wander down the street and see what's going on? See if we can see anything. Hopefully nobody will steal my laptop. Right, I'm going to turn you around on the live stream. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. There you go. Look, there's the gas thing. I'm sure I smell gas from that. Right, let's have a little look. A little sneaky peek. What's going on? I don't want to get arrested because I'm not wearing a mask. Oh, marshals. It's very quiet. We were supposed to go past here at 9:30. Or maybe it started at 9:30. So they're all busy cycling somewhere. I don't know where. There you go, look. Not a lot happening, in all honesty. Not really. Interesting. So there you go. Look, we'll do a close-up of the train. How's that? Because we can go across the tracks because there's no trains coming. Gonna get told off in a minute. Look at that. Oh, there's the little box, look. That's where you put the $2 coin in there. Very cool. Nice. Steampunk HQ. That's a fair train, is that? Imagine you see that going down the tracks. You'd definitely think there'd be a zombie holocaust about to start, wouldn't you? Very, very cool. There you go. Look, I'm going to film this so you can read all about it. You can press pause if you come back to the live stream. I won't read it all out. I ain't got time for that. Right. Oh, and this is about the building that they're in as well. There you go, look. See if I can get that on the live stream. Very, very cool. Good job, people. Somebody's put a lot of thought into making that and adapting it to steampunk. Look at that. Oh, it's got a missile that's gone through the side of it, look. A big gun out the side. Oh, an insulator, look, off a big transformer. Nice. I bet they had some fun getting that up there, to be fair. That would have been cheap. Very, very cool. I'll have a look around there later on. Right, check for trains. No trains. All safe. Always very wary about railway lines. Right. Okay, turning you around again. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, people. Well, we're an hour and 14 minutes in. We're 14 minutes over my designated time that I put to one side for this live stream. Very quickly on the comments again. Oh, we got, oh my word. Oh my word. Matawix or a Japanese maid outfit. I don't think a Japanese outfit would suit us too well, to be fair, but a steampunk one would. Jim Haynes, I'm late, but here finally seeing the train. Do they transfer freight cars between the two islands or just use containers for freight or use trucks and barges? Actually, no. The Inter-Islander is owned by New Zealand Rail, Kiwi Rail. And they have the ability of putting carriages onto the ferry. They shunt them on, take the engine off, and then they go across on the ferry and then they get taken off in the South Island, so they can actually move the carriages without having to unload and reload and play around like that. So actually very clever how they do it. They've got a whole deck on the Inter-Islander just for train carriages, which must weigh a fair bit, to be fair. But it's a bigger boat. Sorry, ship. It's a bigger ship than the Blue Bridge one. Next comment. Matwix, why are there no people? Very good point. It's extremely quiet down here. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Simon, that bit of rail sticking out is health and safety nightmare. Sure. You smack your head on that, wouldn't you? Bruce Cleaver, your pan down the quiet street was expecting to see the magnificent Seven peeking over the rooftops. Ari, the slot and train, the $2 was to start. It's a ride. Oh no, it's not a ride, but it does do something. I'm going to find out later on what it does. But you put the $2 in, and it triggers probably some lights and noise and that kind of thing. Bruce Cleaver, and plays Thomas the Tank Engine. No, it doesn't play Thomas the Tank Engine. Come on, it's steampunk. It's gonna be something else, isn't it? Okay, crew. I think we're about there, in all honesty, for this live stream. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. It's been a bit different. We've had some interaction with humans, which has been great. And of course, the old steampunk background is second to none. What a great place to do a live stream from. I'm pleased the internet was good. I wasn't too sure how good. Does the $2 turn on the railway light? I don't know. I'll find out. I haven't got a $2 coin on me at the moment. Very badly organised, but I didn't know you could put $2 in it, so I couldn't plan ahead. So yes, I need to go. I've got stuff to do, and Marmite will need a walk, I'm sure. So until next Sunday, guys, enjoy the video on the roof tent thing. It was very, very different to what I normally do, but if you've not seen it yet, get yourself over to the channel and watch that. And I'll see you next Sunday. Thank you very much for joining me again today, crew, and for all your comments and support and everything. It's great to have you around. Thank you again, and stay safe for the next week. See you around. Cheers. Over and out.